That's what I'm saying. No aim assist, like none of that extraness, bro. It's literally, you don't get no special superpowers to help you out. You don't get nothing. All you get is utility, a grenade, Molotov, flashbang, smoke. You feel me? A decoy. You feel me? You don't get nothing extra. It's either you have better aim, better game sense, or you just lose. You feel me? Like, bro, and that's why I love this game so much, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
If it's not your season, it's my season. Listen, today's video, we're going to be reacting to the 7 levels of competitive FPS games. Listen, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't liked the video, and comment something down below what you guys want to see from me. We are trying to hit 100 subscribers. We're at 85 subscribers at the time of me recording this video. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get straight into the video. Let's do it. But let's get straight into this video, man. Let's not waste no time. Let's not waste no time.
What name is that from Snacks?
Counter-Strike. What game is this? Is this COD? That'd be COD. Oh my gosh.
He does it again. Being able to find one, the approach from behind artist.
Oh, Valorant.
Let's get one thing straight. Not all competitive FPS games
My prediction, Counter-Strike's the hardest game. I love playing Counter-Strike, bro. I think Counter-Strike's gonna be the hardest game.
are created equal.
I don't even think like games like Fortnite makes the list. Even though Fortnite is literally one of the hardest, people don't understand that, but Fortnite is literally one of the hardest like esports game you could play. But like Counter-Strike is also one of the hardest.
Some are crowd pleasers, others are deep tactical chess matches, and one sits at the mountaintop like an untouchable god. But ranking them, that's where things get nuclear. The competitive FPS scene isn't just about who can click heads the fastest. It's about legacy, depth, cultural impact, and whether your game will be remembered in 5 years or forgotten faster than a TikTok trend. We're living to the golden age of tactical shooters. Yet half these games are built on foundations shakier than a house of cards in a hurricane. So buckle up, because here are 7 levels of competitive FPS games.
Level 1.
Level 1, the graveyard.
The graveyard.
Welcome to the FPS graveyard, where $1 million budgets meet reality and corporate ambitions get buried faster than you can say servers shutting down.
Is that the name of this game?
This isn't a single game, it's an entire tier of titles that convinced themselves they could dethrone the kings. First, let's pour one out for Sony's Concord. 8 years in development, 400 million budget, and it lasted exactly 14 days before getting yanked offline.
I was about to say, because what is this game? I've actually never seen this game before.
14 days. That's barely enough time for players to learn the character names. On the other hand, XDefiant had everything going for it on paper. Ubisoft backing, decent gunplay, nostalgic faction teaming. But decent doesn't cut it in the genre. Players tried it, shrugged, and went back to the games that actually mattered. Meanwhile, Spectre Divide launched with the bold promise of controlling 2 bodies simultaneously. Innovative? Absolutely. Sustainable as a competitive...
This game right here, it looks cool, but I don't think it's like...
system, the player count speaks for themselves.
I don't know, I feel like it's too animated, slow paced.
Passionate developers, unique mechanics, and corporate executives convinced they found the secret sauce. Here's the brutal truth these games all learned too late. Innovation without retention is just expensive fireworks. The FPS graveyard is literally
like, I don't know, I feel like when games are like anything like animations are too bright colored and animated looking is weird.
Let's start with the elephant wearing a golden headset.
Alright, COD, man.
The CDL
COD competitive is like one of the most original COD, or not, what did I just say, bro? COD competitive is literally like one of the first like esports, you know, things.
100,000 plus viewers for finals and drove 6 million prize pools like candy.
And also Counter-Strike too.
Call of Duty a competitive FPS feels like calling McDonald's fine dining. Sure, millions consume it, but is anyone really taking it seriously when the game literally aims for you? Here's the brutal truth the CDL apologists won't admit. Call of Duty's aim assist is so aggressive it practically plays the game for you. We're talking rotational aim assist
that controller shit, bro.
Through walls,
so I'm a keyboard and mouse player, man. If you're playing on controller in 2026, bro, if you're playing on controller in 2026 still, bro, you're a bot, bro. You just never wanted to adjust to the keyboard and mouse, man. Grow up.
and sticky crosshairs that make missing harder than hitting. So how do you build a competitive scene around mechanics that reduce the skill gap to almost nothing?
These guys have wall hacks? I'm so stupid. I'm saying, dude, these guys have wall hacks, but I gotta remember watching like a caster POV, so like we could see through the walls. I'm like, yo, these guys are cheating, bro. What am I watching?
It sets itself every single year like competitive amnesia. New game, new meta, new maps, new everything. The numbers look impressive on paper. Optic versus FaZe Grand Finals pulling 250,000 viewers,
Optic versus FaZe, man.
$300,000 paychecks for champions.
That's like my childhood,
but strip
bro.
away the marketing budget and nostalgia, and you're left with an elaborate commercial for the next $70 release. It's pretty much competitive fast food,
It's crazy.
engineered for mass appeal,
Optic versus
profitable
FaZe,
as hell,
man.
but ultimately very disposable.
That's just like bringing me back to when I was a kid, bro.
Level 3, Halo.
Optic House versus FaZe House.
Halo,
man.
The blueprint for console.
Bro, if you played Halo when you were younger, you're a legend, bro. I'm be honest. Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, how many, whatever Halos you want to put, bro, it doesn't matter, bro. Halo 2, amazing game. I love Halo 2, bro. I used to play Halo on my school's computer, bro.
Esports,
Halo is just so
when most
legendary,
of you
bro.
were still learning to walk. Before Counter-Strike was selling out arenas, Master Chief was packing
It's a fact.
MLG events with 50k screaming fans, watching split-screen or lockout duels. The 2007 MLG Vegas finals between Final Boss and Carbon
Halo was
pulled the
different
numbers that
and
would
ahead
make
of its
modern
time,
Halo
bro.
Championship Series event cry. But let's address the uncomfortable truth. Halo today is a former heavyweight champion
For sure.
still throwing punches at 50. The Halo World Championship
Mike Tyson.
2023
Halo's like the Mike Tyson of esports. Facts. Quote me on it.
peaked at 115,000 viewers, which is respectable, but a far cry from what other esports games
Doing
routinely
today.
pull. Modern Halo is living off legacy more than current relevance, and everyone knows it.
It's a
Yet
fact.
here's why Halo still deserves this spot. It proved console FPS could be just as skill intensive as PC games when everyone said it was impossible. 4-shot BR kills, spawn timing mastery, power weapon control, this wasn't casual couch gaming.
Yeah.
Halo pioneered the LAN party
Nah, Halo was
atmosphere
so
that every
crazy,
modern
bro.
esports event tries to recapture.
Oh my
Those
gosh.
MLG Anaheim crowds weren't just watching a game, they were witnessing history. The game might be swimming in a smaller pond now, but it's a pond Halo helped dig. That counts for something, even if the current fish aren't as big as they used to be.
What's
Level
next?
4.
Overwatch. Overwatch, also another solid game. You can't go wrong with Overwatch, and be real with you, bro. Overwatch is an elite game.
Overwatch is the most expensive lesson in esports history, and we all got to watch the train wreck in 4K. Activision Blizzard threw 20 million franchise fees at the Overwatch League, convinced they could buy
I remember
their
when
way
Overwatch
into
was on
traditional
top of shit,
sports
like
legitimacy.
everybody
For
played
one
Overwatch.
brief shining moment in 2018
Shit, I was playing Overwatch.
to 2019, it actually looked like it might work. 40 million plus viewers for grand finals,
Damn.
celebrity investors, ESPN coverage. Then reality delivered a brutal lesson in why you can't just throw money at competitive integrity. The viewing experience was pure chaos. If you weren't already deep into Overwatch, watching Overwatch League felt like trying to understand quantum physics during a seizure. 6 ultimates going off simultaneously while casters screamed about huge graphs and perfect transcendence, which made zero sense to outsiders. But the real killer
Jeez.
was solo queue.
I never watched like an Overwatch tournament though. I think that's cap. I think I have watched one before in the past, but I don't remember it that often. I don't remember it that well. Sorry, I keep fucking yawning. It's early in the morning right now. But that's besides the point. Back to what I was saying though. Yeah, I don't
6
know.
strangers trying to
So I can't really explain.
And ultimate timing.
It must
was
be
like
hectic,
asking
though.
a pick up a basketball team to run Lakers level plays. The disconnect between what pros
That is
play
crazy.
and what regular players experience was so massive that watching Overwatch League.
Imagine being a
felt
solo
like
queue in
watching a
Overwatch and you have to go
different
against
game
like these pros.
The Overwatch 2
That's fucking
transition
insane,
was
bro.
supposed to fix everything, 5v5, role locks, simplified gameplay. Instead, it felt like renovating a house by burning it down first. PvE promises were broken, legacy content was deleted,
Right.
and long-time fans felt betrayed. Current Overwatch League viewership rarely cracks 50k for regular season matches. That's a 90% decline from peak numbers. But here's what Overwatch got right. It proved hero shooters could work at the highest level.
Oh.
It normalized ability-based FPS mechanics across the industry, and it created genuinely incredible moments. Profits, Genji Blade on Dorado.
I think the problem is
London
like,
Spitfires Championship
although it's a
run,
great game, I
finds
think there's
bit of-
too much going on. I think there's too much going on at once for people to understand. I think like games like Counter-Strike, Valorant, like Valorant's almost at that point, but I feel like it's too little. Like with all the like the abilities and stuff, I think it's like not too much for people not to be able to like grasp what's going on, since there is only like 5 players, 10 players on each side, or on like total. I think that like those games, and same thing with Call of Duty, like you don't have much abilities going on as well, and like the more recent Call of Duties, like, you know what I'm saying, I think it's just easier for the outside people to grasp, like if they have any like gaming knowledge.
Headshots, pure poetry when it worked. The problem wasn't the game.
But like
It was
Overwatch
trying
here,
to
you can just
force
see like
lightning
people are
into a
flying
bottle
around,
made of corporate
commentators wouldn't be able to keep up. I mean, they probably could, but
Level
like
5,
would be.
Rainbow Six Siege.
I never got to
If
Siege,
Call
but
of
I know
Duty is
about it. I played it a couple
competitive fast
times.
food, Rainbow Six Siege is that Michelin-starred restaurant where the chef personally insults you if you can't appreciate the molecular gastronomy. This game doesn't just have a learning curve, it has a learning cliff that most players fall off before they understand that they're even climbing. But
That's
that
crazy.
brutal complexity is exactly why Siege works as a tier 1 esport. The 6 Invitational 2024
gosh.
sold out a 10,000-seat Montreal arena filled
Damn.
with fans who understood that watching Bulow execute a perfect run-out or G2's site execute unfold is just as thrilling as any no-scope montage. These aren't aimed
I wonder if
to
Siege is really that hard.
puzzles where one
People be
drone
trying to tell me that Siege is like one of the hardest like esports games or just FPS games. Bro, I don't think so, bro. I think I'd be nice fucking Siege if I played Siege.
spot or reinforcement placement
Easily,
can
easily,
determine
without a
the entire
doubt.
round. The numbers back it up too. 6 Invitational consistently pulls 300,000 concurrent viewers across platforms.
That's pretty good.
With a $3 million prize pool at rival majors. The pro scene might not have CS
Man, just wait till they get to Counter-Strike, bro.
crossover or Valorant's corporate polish, but what it lacks in accessibility, it makes up for in pure competitive integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Every operator ban, every site take, every utility throw matters. Siege has something most games never achieve.
What's
a
that?
community that genuinely respects the skill ceiling. Watch someone get demolished by Pengu or Canadian, and instead
Okay.
of complaining about RNG, they'll study the WOD to understand the 4D chess move they just witnessed. The game demands your
Well, isn't that like
intellectual
most
respect.
games though? Like wouldn't that be like for most games? Like if you see someone's getting shitting on other people, you just appreciate how good that player is. Like for Counter-Strike, Simple. Like if I see Simple fucking head tap D 5 people in a row, I'm not gonna be like, well, the Deagle needs to be nerfed. No, I'm just gonna be like, damn, Simple's nice as hell. Like his aim's crazy.
Which is why it has earned competitive
L Glaze, man.
legitimacy
L
that
Siege Glaze.
flashier titles still chase. Plus, let's be honest, there's deep satisfaction in watching streamers confidently load into ranked thinking Siege looks easy, only to get absolutely
crazy.
dismantled by game sense they didn't even know existed. Level 6, Valorant.
Ooh.
Riot Games looked at Counter-Strike's
Ooh.
20-year dominance and said, we can do that, but with a better infrastructure, international storylines, and abilities that actually matter.
Valorant.
And you know what's infuriating? They were absolutely right about almost everything. Valorant Champions 2023, 1.4 million peak viewers. Istanbul Arena sold out in minutes. Fnatic vs EG
That's
Grand
crazy.
Finals that had more production value than some Olympic events. The
I'm not gonna
VCP
lie.
system created
I remember when Valorant was first coming out, people were like, yo, you gonna play Valorant? Da, da, da. And I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just a Counter-Strike, like, copycat. Bro, if I would have hopped on Valorant, bro, I could have went pro, gang. I could have went pro, man. I could have went pro, bro. You never know, bro.
genuine regional rivalries. NA versus EMEA isn't just marketing, it's built into the tournament structure. Meanwhile, Counter-Strike fans were still arguing about major formats from 2015. Here's what makes Valorant genuinely terrifying
feel like I
other
would've had it.
tactical shooters. Riot took CS's greatest weakness,
What is
Valve's hands-off approach, and weaponized it into Valorant's greatest strength. Consistent updates, aggressive anti-cheat that actually works, ranked system that
Yeah,
makes
that's another
sense,
thing about
tournament
Counter-Strike,
produ-
man. The anti-cheat is so fucking garbage. Oh my gosh, there's so many cheaters, bro. So many cheaters in
Function that
CS2,
makes
bro.
other esports look amateur. They didn't just copy Counter-Strike, they improved on almost every aspect of the competitive experience.
That's smart,
the
though.
abilities debate is where things get spicy. CS purists will die on that hill that jet dashes and omen smokes somehow reduce skill expression. But watch Aspas entry fragged or chronicle clutch impossible rounds and tell me abilities are crutches. The game demands everything CS requires.
That's
Cross
wild.
replacement, economy management, tactical awareness, while adding another layer of utility mastery
Yeah,
that
that's true.
separates good players from great ones.
I think it's pretty
Is
cool
it
though.
as pure as Counter-Strike? It depends on your definition of purity. Is it building the more sustainable competitive ecosystem? The numbers don't lie. Riot's international tournament structure,
Oh my gosh.
regional leagues and consistent content pipeline make Valorant the most professionally managed tactical shooter in existence. That's not just good game design, it's good business. The only real question is whether Valorant can maintain this momentum when the honeymoon period ends, or if it's just really good at being shiny and new. Level 7.
Counter-Strike, the greatest game of all time,
We
bro.
arrive at the final boss. Counter-Strike isn't just a game. It's a competitive religion
bro.
that's been converted
Like this is a community. Like I don't know, bro. Counter-Strike has like real life fans, bro. It's not just on some like
believers for over 2 decades.
like oh yeah, people enjoy watching Counter-Strike. Like bro, they really be selling out big ass stadiums.
From 1.6's CPL tournaments to Source's brief detour,
No scope.
global
Oh my
offensive,
gosh, Simple, you're
major
so good.
dominance,
Oh my gosh, Simple, you're so
CSU's
good.
Rocky Resurrection.
One of the greatest
this
plays, man.
franchise has survived engine changes, meta
I'm a Simple
evolutions,
Blazer, bro.
roster dynasties, and countless CS killers that now populate gaming graveyards. The numbers are simply untouchable. CS2 launch pulled 1.8 million concurrent players. PGL
Sheesh.
Major Stockholm 2021
Cadian, come on. You're about to make the craziest graveyard. You're about to make the craziest play of your entire career.
2.7 million viewers across all platforms. And the Paris Major 2023 sold out arena 9,000 seats in under 20 minutes. This isn't regional success, this is global cultural dominance spanning
Oh my
literal
gosh,
decades.
Cadian.
But statistics don't capture what makes Counter-Strike truly special. It's the purest test of FPS skill that exists. No abilities to bail you out, no random environmental destruction,
Exactly.
no hero swaps mid-round,
It's
no
like-
aim assist training.
That's what I'm saying. No aim assist, like no, none of that extraness, bro. It's literally you don't get no special superpowers to help you out. You don't get nothing. All you get is utility, a grenade, Molotov, flashbang, smoke. You feel me? A decoy. You feel me? You don't get nothing extra. It's either you have better aim, better game sense, or you just lose. You feel me? Like, bro, and that's why I love this game so much, bro. Because it's just 100% skill. It's a skill game.
Just positioning, raw mechanical aim, economy management,
Mm-hmm.
and tactical execution refined over 20 plus years of competitive evolution. Just think about Simple's jumping double from cash, Cold Zera's Mirage quad kill,
Oh my gosh,
Device's
so
timing,
elite.
get right
Oh my
clutches.
gosh.
These moments
Oh my
transcend
gosh.
gaming and become genuine sports history.
So elite,
The
bro.
game creates legends.
You know what's so crazy about this? I literally
These
did this the other
moments
day.
transcend
I literally did this the other day, so it's not even that cool to me anymore. Literally did this the other day. I got the clip.
the gaming and become genuine sports
I got the whole
history.
clip.
The game creates legends, not just good
TSM,
players.
bro. I forgot about
Navi,
TSM.
Astralis,
They fell off
SK
so bad,
Gaming,
man.
Fnatic, NIP. These aren't just teams, they're dynasties with legitimate claim to the athletic greatness. Here's why CS has survived when every
Old
competitor
Inferno
has
is
faltered.
crazy.
It respects its own fundamentals.
Dust too.
Updates
Or
are
I guess it's
incremental,
Dust, right?
not revolutionary. The core AK spray pattern hasn't changed since 1999, and that consistency is a feature, not a bug. Players can invest 10,000 hours into perfecting
Simple.
their craft without worrying that
Oh
next
my
month's
gosh, the
patch
op
will make
fake
their
is
muscle memory
crazy.
obsolete.
Like, that is one of the craziest plays ever. I'm not even listening to what this guy's saying anymore. I'm sorry. The goat's on the screen right now.
Their craft
He
Without
throws the op over and
worrying
runs it
that
with a
next
P250.
month's patch will make their muscle memory
Like, that's
obsolete.
insane,
Even
bro.
CS2 disastrous launch, broken
Crims.
hit track, missing features, community
Nope.
revolt
Simple.
couldn't kill the scene. The competitive ecosystem was so robust that players just adapted and kept grinding. Major tournaments still sold out, pro salaries stayed stable, and Valve slowly fixed the issues while the scene proved its own resilience. That's
Modesty
the
is
power
a
of
dog, bro.
untouchable legacy. You can stumble without
Don't put a op
fall.
in that guy's hand.
Counter-Strike doesn't just sit at the top of competitive FPS. It is competitive FPS, the standard against which every other tactical shooter is measured and found wanting. The uncomfortable truth. Here's what separates the pretenders from the champions. Longevity built on competitive integrity, not marketing budgets or viral moments. The games at the top didn't get there by accident. They earned their position by
I don't know. I don't think Valorant should be at number 6 already. Truth be told, I don't think Valorant should be at number 6 because I feel like it's roughly new in the competitive scene. I don't think it's been around long enough. You feel me? I think it is a hyped up game. It's been out for what, a couple years now, 4 years now, but I don't think that's long enough for it to be like, oh yeah, bro, I remember Valorant 1.5. Like we don't got it doesn't have that feeling to it.
Sustain professional ecosystems that outlast hardware generations, meta shifts, and changing social media algorithms. Counter-Strike dominates because it's proven it can evolve without losing its soul. The fundamentals that made 1.6 compelling still drive CS2's competitive scene. That's not stagnation, that's perfection of form. Valorant represents the hungry challenger with superior infrastructure but shorter history. It's doing everything right from a business perspective. But business success doesn't automatically equal competitive legacy. Time will tell whether Riot's corporate approach can generate the organic passion that keeps CS alive across decades. On the other hand, Siege carved out its tactical niche and owns it completely, building genuine competitive respect through pure complexity rather than accessibility. Overwatch proved that corporate money can't buy lasting esports legitimacy. You need grassroots competitive integrity, not franchise fees. But here's the thing about competitive hierarchies. They exist to be challenged, not accepted. Maybe you
Overwatch looks crazy, bro. I haven't played Overwatch in so long.
Deserves more respect than current viewership suggests. Maybe you're convinced that Halo's console legacy should carry more weight than the current numbers. So here is my challenge. Rank these 7 games yourself, but defend your rankings with more than nostalgia and wishful thinking. Consider competitive
Alright, bro. Valorant can stay at the bottom. I'll put I said Valorant at the bottom. Valorant number. I'll put Valorant. It was at 5. Or no, it was at 6. I'll put Valorant at 3. Call of Duty at 6. CS2, CS:GO, whatever. Having Counter-Strike at 7, and then Halo definitely at the bottom. I'm sorry, Halo. I love you so much, but like. You feel me? You're Mike Tyson of the competitive industry, bro.
Viewing experience, professional sustainability, and cultural impact. Factor in whether your favorite game.
All right, bro. Enough ChatGPT talks. Listen, I stream live on Twitch every day. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I mean, follow me on social media, all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.